Hello and welcome to Graceful Connections, the Festival of Grace. Welcome to your welcome gift, our Unlock Your Divine Flow, opening to grace, live healing, clearing, and activation session. I'm Sophie Bidard, your host and guide today and the co-creator of Graceful Connections. For those of you who don't know me as a master light weaver, my sacred gift is all about clearing whole intricate webs of karmic entanglements for radical liberation and weaving new higher vibrational timelines. I'm passionate about finding and expressing the divine within and guiding others into this experience as well. I'm delighted to be offering you this Festival of Grace welcome gift, a heartfelt expression of gratitude for your presence and profound commitment to grace and to your soulful journey of evolution. This special gift is perfect for you if you're ready to move beyond limitations and embrace your true spiritual essence. Are you willing to experience profound shifts as you align with grace and allow your authentic light to shine through? Together, we'll dissolve resistance to grace, clear energetic barriers that restrict its flow into your life, and activate your inner capacity to receive divine support and guidance. Using the powerful and super fast and effective elemental Clover of Light deep clearing and healing protocol, and the flow of the highest, purest light of the great central sun will work at all levels, your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies, as well as your aura, past timeline, genealogical maternal and paternal lines, and your future lifeline. And we'll have some time for questions, comments, sharing of your experience before closing with gratitude. This is where your journey begins into deeper connection and effortless flow. So take a nice breath in with me now. And as we breathe out, let's begin our deep dive into the grace of healing. Take a moment to let go of anything that doesn't serve this present moment. With each breath, feel yourself arriving more fully here. As we set our intention, may all that flows within our sacred space, be it words, vibrations, energies, serve the highest evolution of our souls and extend outward in service to all. We ask our higher selves to be in charge, to guide and support us. And we call our guides, our spirit team, and all the beings and energies from the higher realms who support and protect us, asking them to be present, to guide and facilitate our clearing of resistance and barriers to grace, and activation of boundless grace, allowing your being to receive divine support and guidance. I invite you to open your heart and your mind to receive all the brilliance that awaits. Activating your connection to the new Earth crystalline grid and to the galactic center, the center of truth. You are perfectly held, both grounded and lifted. You are safe. You can relax. You're ready and open to receive. Now I'm calling the orb of grace from the heart of the universe. And placing the orb of grace around our gathering, each and every one of us. That we be held in this orb of grace and infused with grace all along our time together. As grace permeates our field, it harmonizes and magnifies all that seeks alignment and illuminates all that longs for expression in accordance with divine will and the order of grace. And breathe. Now let's set your intentions. And just by hearing these words, you can make them yours and allow these intentions to sink in and to be your intentions. Set your intention on holding compassion for yourself and your ancestral lineage as you dissolve your inner resistance to grace. Set your intention on completely releasing energetic barriers and limitations that block your natural connection to divine guidance and support. Set your intention for this clearing to be the deepest and most complete that is possible for you right now, yet in the most natural and smoothest way. Set your intention on allowing any resistance and barriers to grace to come to the surface for the purpose of releasing them now. Knowing that you are held in divine love and that it is totally safe for you to allow these limitations to emerge. Set your intention on receiving all the insights, wisdom, and activations that serve your highest good. Receiving consciously or unconsciously, and at the time and in the way that serve you best. Set your intention on freeing yourself from all the blocks and obstacles that prevent the flow of grace, divine guidance, and support into your life. Set your intention on receiving the highest, the purest healing light from the great central sun flowing to you right now. Allowing the light to go wherever it needs to go, to do whatever it needs to do for the purpose of healing and clearing and dissolving all and any blocks. Set your intention on your highest good and the highest good of all. And together we declare our intention that our opening to grace today serves and supports the opening to grace for all humanity. And so it is. Thank you. Beautiful. So now it's time to bring up your resistance to grace and your energetic barriers, restricting its flow, and together to proceed to the clearing, collecting the pearls of wisdom, allowing the residue to be let go of. So you may be experiencing resistance and energetic barriers to grace in the form of mental and emotional blocks, feelings of unworthiness, not being good enough for grace, or fear of losing your identity, your ego. Need to control outcomes, perfectionism, and over-analyzing rather than surrendering. Religious conditioning about the need to earn favor, or the belief that suffering is necessary. Fear of change, fear of the unknown, fear of disappointing others or disappointing the divine. fear of vulnerability, fear of receiving abundantly, fear of opening your heart fully. Ask your higher self to hold these mental and emotional blocks for you. And breathe. You may be experiencing resistance and energetic barriers to grace in the form of unresolved wounds and patterns. Unresolved trauma, grief, anger at the divine, deep resentment or unforgiveness. Attachment to victimhood, to suffering, or guilt and shame from your past actions or those of your ancestors. Chakra imbalances, ancestral patterns, soul contracts, and karmic blocks. Chronic stress, addictive patterns, dysregulation of your nervous system. Ask your higher self to hold these unresolved wounds and patterns for you. And breathe. You may be experiencing resistance and energetic barriers to grace in the form of disconnection and misalignment. Spiritual bypassing, lack of grounding, disconnection from your authentic essence. Toxic relationships or environments. Living out of alignment with your core values. Overgiving without receiving. Neglecting self-care. Resistance to accepting help. and any other forms of resistance and barriers to grace that your higher self is bringing to your awareness. Let them come to the surface. Notice them. Acknowledge them. And ask your higher self to hold them for you. This is your first radical step to liberation. Well done. Take a moment to breathe in the awareness of the many forms of resistance and barriers to grace that your higher self is now holding for you. Now ask your higher self to totally let go of all this resistance, these barriers to grace, these blocks, wounds, patterns, disconnections, and misalignments. To keep only the pearls of wisdom that serve your highest good, your evolution, and the highest good of all. Ask your higher self, what are the lessons, the insights, the messages that you need to receive that will allow for all your resistance and barriers to grace to be dissolved. Ask your higher self, what are the lessons, the insights, the messages that you need to receive that will allow for all your resistance and barriers to grace to be dissolved. Ask your higher self, what are the lessons, the insights, the messages you need to receive for all these resistance, these barriers to grace to be dissolved. And breathe. Knowing that you are safe, protected, and supported, you can now address these blocks, wounds, patterns, disconnections, and misalignments, and tell them, I see you. I feel you. I hear you. I know your presence within me. And just for now, let's accept their presence and no longer fight, resist, deny, avoid. Just letting them be there. Addressing this resistance and these barriers to grace and telling them, I accept that you are there. I accept you just as you are. And telling them, I listen to you. Please share with me. What do you want me to know, to do, to change, to be aware of, for my highest good, my evolution, and in service to the highest good of all. And breathe and receive. What do I need to know, to do, to change, to be aware of? For my highest good, my evolution, and in service to the highest good of all. What do I need to know, to do, to change, to be aware of? For my highest good, my evolution, and in service to the highest good of all. And if you have the impression you're receiving nothing, it's okay. Just allow the process. You can trust your higher self to collect the insights and wisdom and deliver them to your awareness whenever will be the right time for you. For the moment, relax, allow, stay present, and breathe through the process. Now let's proceed to the clearing of all the residue of resistance and barriers to grace that remains after collecting the pearls of wisdom consciously or unconsciously. For that purpose, we're going to work with the elemental clover of light, multi-level, multi-layered clearing and healing protocol. So let's do this. We'll start with clearing resistance and barriers to grace in the form of mental and emotional blocks. Ask your higher self to ask the earth elementals to clear mental and emotional blocks in your physical body. Clearing in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline, and overall, and breathe. Ask your higher self to ask the water elementals to clear mental and emotional blocks in your emotional body. Clearing in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline, and overall, and breathe. Ask your higher self to ask the air elementals to clear mental and emotional blocks in your mental body. Clearing in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline, and overall, and breathe. Ask your higher self to ask the fire elementals to clear mental and emotional blocks in your spiritual body. Clearing in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline, and overall, and breathe. And we allow this process to keep unfolding in the background with your higher self, in close collaboration with the elementals. Excellent. Now let's clear resistance and barriers to grace in the form of unresolved wounds and patterns. Ask your higher self to ask the earth elementals to clear unresolved wounds and patterns in your physical body. Clearing in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline, and overall, and breathe. Ask your higher self to ask the water elementals to clear unresolved wounds and patterns in your emotional body. Clearing in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline, and overall, and breathe. Ask your higher self to ask the air elementals to clear unresolved wounds and patterns in your mental body. clearing in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline, and overall, and breathe. Ask your higher self to ask the fire elementals to clear unresolved wounds and patterns in your spiritual body. Clearing in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline, and overall, and breathe. And we allow this process to keep unfolding in the background with your higher self, in close collaboration with the elementals. Fantastic. Finally, with clear resistance and barriers to grace in the form of disconnection and misalignment. So let's do this. Ask your higher self to ask the earth elementals to clear disconnection and misalignment in your physical body. Clearing in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline, and overall, and breathe. Ask your higher self to ask the water elementals to clear disconnection and misalignment in your emotional body. clearing in your aura your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline, and overall, and breathe. Ask your higher self to ask the air elementals to clear disconnection and misalignment in your mental body. Clearing in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline. And overall, and breathe. Ask your higher self to ask the fire elementals to clear disconnection and misalignment in your spiritual body. Clearing in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline. And overall, and breathe. Let's take some time in silence as the whole clearing process is unfolding with your higher self in close collaboration with the elementals. And we ask the orb of grace surrounding us to collect and dissolve all and any residue that remains, if any, and to do that now. Wonderful. Well done, everyone. Deep, deep clearing work accomplished right now. Let's take a moment to pause, just a moment. You may want to take a drink of water or to stretch or move your body a bit, or simply be present to the freedom and the lightness you can now experience within yourself. Let's just take a moment. This was pretty intense. You did great, so let's just take a very short little pause before we go on. All right, so now comes the deliciousness, as it is time for illumination and activation of the higher frequency of boundless grace. We want to feel all this space that has been freed within your being with pure, bright, vibrant light, nourishing, nurturing, inspiring, empowering. Let's bring a transmission of the highest, the purest light, tapped into right at the source of the great central sun. To complete your clearing of resistance and barriers to grace in its many forms and root causes, and to proceed to the activation of boundless grace, divine support, divine guidance, bringing nourishment to your being at all levels, and restoring your alignment with the natural flow of grace, guidance, and support. Let's proceed to the activation, opening yourself to the boundless flow of grace, divine guidance, and support, calling the highest light, the purest light of the great central sun to flow into your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies. So let's do this. Flowing the light of the great central sun to activate, facilitate, and catalyze your opening to the boundless flow of grace, divine guidance, and support in your physical body. In your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline. And breathe. Flowing the light of the great central sun to activate, facilitate, and catalyze your opening to the boundless flow of grace, divine guidance, and support in your emotional body, in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline. And breathe. Flowing the light of the great central sun to activate, facilitate, and catalyze your opening to the boundless flow of grace, divine guidance, and support in your mental body, in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline. And breathe. Flowing the light of the great central sun to activate, facilitate, and catalyze your opening to the boundless flow of grace, divine guidance, and support in your spiritual body, in your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal line, your genealogical paternal line, your future lifeline. And breathe. The highest, the purest light of the great central sun, creating pathways for the boundless flow of grace, divine guidance and support to pour naturally and organically, to inform, guide, and protect you and your words, your actions, your decisions. Allowing for grace to settle in and resonate through all levels of your being. And breathe. And we'll complete with an offering of a power claiming key, specifically crafted linguistic key to open and magnify the flow of boundless grace into your being, your presence, your life, that you yourself may be a channel of grace, emanating grace everywhere you are, everywhere you go. So here is your power claiming key, and as you receive it, pay attention to the responses in your body, your heart, your mind, your whole being. I'm going to repeat it a couple times for you to really absorb it, for its energy, its vibrations to really settle in within you. Even if I don't know how, I open myself to the boundless flow of grace, pouring freely and abundantly into my being. And I ask to be guided and supported. Even if I don't know how, I open myself to the boundless flow of grace, pouring freely and abundantly into my being. And I ask to be guided and supported. And one more time, I invite you to join me and claim it for yourself. Ideally out loud, using your voice, hearing yourself, claiming it, feeling the vibrations in your chest, in your heart. Let's do this together. Even if I don't know how, I open myself to the boundless flow of grace, pouring freely and abundantly into my being. And I ask to be guided and supported. And breathe. And feel how that lands into your being. This is your power claiming key. Use it as a mantra. Claim it from the depths of your heart. And allow the power of its magic to transform your life. All right, my dear friends, we are complete for our work together today, and your higher self will keep unfolding the process in the background for your highest good, your evolution, and in service to the highest good of all, until completion. As we disconnect now, you take back your energy to yourself. Allow the elementals to take back their energy to themselves. And I take back my energy to myself. Allow the orb of grace to remain and surround you and hold you for as long as it serves your highest good, and to subside just by itself. And we close with gratitude for the clearing, healing, and activation we just experienced, and all the wisdom and the blessings we received and we will keep receiving. Thank you. We ask that our opening to the boundless flow of grace today serves and supports the opening to the boundless flow of grace for all humanity. And so it is. Thank you. All right, so now we can take some time for questions, comments, or sharing your experience if you like. So for that purpose, if you want to come on the line with me, press *2 on your phone or click raise hand if you're on the webcast, or you can put your question, comment, or experience sharing in the Q&A box on the web. Let me take a sip of water. Give you a moment to raise your hand or put your comments or questions or sharing in the Q&A box. All right. So let's see. Do we have any written questions or comments? I don't see any hand raised. So let me go to the list. All right. There's nothing there. No hand raised. So everyone is either still in the process or allowing it to settle in, or being a bit shy maybe, and that's okay, but you may want to use the opportunity that we are gathered together. So let's just take a moment. There's a slight delay for the questions, the written questions or comments to get to me. So I'm going to give a moment for them to arrive, if anything. Otherwise, we're going to close, final close in just a moment. If everyone is good and happy, I would like to rest in your own bubble, in your own orb of grace. That's totally fine. Caroline in Citrus Hates writes, beautiful. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for sharing about your experience. Thank you, Caroline. All right. Well, I think we will be closing. I thank you all for joining me today and for your dedication to opening the floodgates of grace within your being. We close now with gratitude for our higher selves, the orb of grace, the highest, the purest light of the great central sun, the earth, water, air, and fire elementals, and all the beings and energies in the higher realms who guide, protect, and support us on our journey of healing and evolution, and gratitude to the divine. Thank you. Please take good care of yourself, everyone. If you can spend some time in nature, that would be wonderful. Allowing it to settle in. Linda in Hobart writes, still integrating and grounding. Thank you. This has been so powerful. Thank you, Linda. Blessings. Thank you. Yes, I was saying if you can spend some time in nature. Also, drink a lot of water to hydrate and to bring fluidity and flow to the inner pathways you have opened for boundless grace to pour into your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies. Take some rest if you need, or get some movement if that is what you need. We are now clear and open to grace, ready, excited, and inspired to welcome our channels of grace, expert speakers throughout the Festival of Grace to celebrate and activate grace in its myriad facets and expressions. The grace of vitality with Amanda Hopkins, the grace of ascension with Jean Ang, the grace of divine rights in natural law with Elizabeth Wisen, the grace of faith and knowing with Nora Walks in Spirit, the grace of prosperity with Christel Hughes, the grace of divine self-love with Alicia Power. What a magnificent journey of grace we have ahead of us together. Until then, all my gratitude and all my love, and many graceful blessings to you all. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye now.